can't speak a syllable. I feel so invisible. 'Cause it seems to me that the more I try, the more I see, the less I understand. And I go for you, and I wish you would too. So I want to dream
happy Friday! Welcome to the Gaming Friday! There we are, finally back on PC Building Simulator. I actually have not played this game since, I think it was September of last year. So it's been a while, and I forgot everything. Anyway, some patch notes there. Let's resume career. Oh, hold on a sec, what is this? IT expansion? That's new. Is this free? Do I have this already? Yeah, apparently I do now. I'm gonna play this, but not today. Today, how do I go back? Oh, career. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna resume my game. Actually, I should click on continue. Load game. I can't remember. I think it's this here. Fine. Taking a while to load. Hello, game? Don't tell me it just crashed. I just started the game, come on. I just started the game and the stream. Hello, game? Do something. Oh, there we go. Wow, that took forever. Anyway, let's turn on the lights. These are parts that I bought, that I ordered last time I played, but I have zero memory of what I did. Let's turn this on. See the calendar. So in the game, it is now the 15th of February 2018. It has arrived. We have received here a USB drive, a PC to fix, another one to upgrade, delivery of a, I think this is a motherboard, RAM. Okay, I should check actually the emails here. Email. I don't remember which one. Hang on. S Bachelor. Broken parts. This one needs an upgrade. Let's check the email from this guy, Stuart Kipling. Yep, that's the reverse. Stuart. There. You work with computers, right? Do you think you could help me make some upgrades? Could you upgrade the graphics card? I want 2 GPUs for this build. I like Aeio Watercoolers. Let's just put one of those in. I've never cleaned it out, so we're gonna have to clean that. Is that okay? If you can, love some plastic red cables. So we're gonna need plastic red cables as well. So he wants to upgrade the graphics card, and he wants 2 of them. We're gonna have to do SLI. He currently has an MSI GTX 980. And today we have received GTX 1060. So I believe this here has arrived for him. Actually, we received 2 of them. So yeah, these 2 GTXs are for that PC. But I see here that I have 2 PCs already on my benches. Diagnose. What was wrong with this one? I can't remember. Water analytics. Let's see. Water analytics. Need some repairs. It's not immediately obvious what's going wrong. You have to do some digging. Smelled like burning last night. Now it doesn't boot. I was on PC Bay, saw some awesome plastic black cables. I have to remember to install those. He wants black plastic cables, and he wants parts from Cooler Master. I'm guessing his power supply went kaput. I'm not seeing the power supply here, so I think I have removed that, haven't I? How do I close this again? That's not how I close the door. That's how I close the door. Oh yes, I did remove the power supply. So I'm guessing one of the parts that I have received is a power supply. Master Liquid, this is the Aeio for the upgrade. Silverstone, I have no idea what that is. RAM, motherboard. I'm not seeing power supply in here. Oh no, wait, I'm stupid. This is the power supply. Okay, why is this in Portuguese? Must complete job. Me ajude, reparos necessários. Help me, repairs needed. Why is this in Portuguese? I'm confused. My game is in English. Alright, let's see. Oh, also there's... Oh, I can sprint. Oh, that changes everything. Diagnose. What's up with this one? Marsden, not Marsden. Marsden Telecom. Guessing that one is gonna be... Oh, there it is. There's something wrong with PC. Have a look. Maybe what's wrong. He kicked the PC by accident. Of course. Sure, it was by accident. He wants brand new parts. Kid's been using, has some weird pop-up, so you're gonna have to run a antivirus. Let's do this one first before I forget about that one, and then we're gonna jump onto that. Let's collect the new parts. Oh, I've ordered a new USB drive. Nice. Yes, that is the PSU. Alright. I must not forget that these 1060s are for this PC here. Receive an upgrade. So this PSU... Wait, there's two PSUs. Which one goes to the repair to the PC there that I have to repair? I don't know. I think he said something about wanting Cooler Master. Yeah, he wants Cooler Master parts. Is that gonna include the power supply? Do I have a power supply by Cooler Master? And that might be why I didn't order one from Cooler Master. No, I do not have any Cooler Master. Does this game even have Cooler Master? Wait a second. Cooler Master does not make power supplies, do they? I don't remember. Anyway, let's see here. So you have to install a new power supply, right? Right. Can I change the position of the camera a little bit? Like, never mind. Let's install power supply. I'm guessing this one is the one that I bought for this PC because it has an inferior wattage. What is the graphics card in this thing? The 980. Okay, yeah, so I'm guessing this is the one that goes here. Install. Put the screws back in. Nice. Also, I believe he said something about colored cables. So some awesome plastic black cables. Okay, so he wants plastic black cables. Let's remove all of the cables that are currently in here and install all black plastic ones. I think that's all the cables. Yeah, I believe so. Let's see, cables, plastic plain black. Is that the same thing? Sleeved plastic plain black. Ribbon plastic plain black. Wait, is there a difference? Did he mention any difference? No, it just says plastic black cable, so I'm guessing any one of these will do. Let's use plastic plain ones. That's there. That goes to the PSU. Power to the hard drive. There. Power to the motherboard. Power to the graphics card. Power to the CPU. Power to whatever that is. And the front panel. Am I missing something? I guess not. Alright, let's plug it in and see if it works. It turned on. Is it going to boot? No boot device. Did it swap the hard drive? No. By the way, guys, I have some coffee here, so give me a second here to drink. I guess I'm gonna have to install an operating system somehow for some reason. Maybe he was trying to format this thing and I don't know, the PSU exploded or something. Let's see here. USB drive for OS and program installation. Okay, let's plug that in and boot up. Let's close these so I can have some room here. What do you mean, no boot device? Hold on. Get that out. The hard drive is in there. Both cables are plugged in. It has power and it has data. Unless this hard drive is dead. That could be it. I mean, when the power supply burned up, it might have taken the hard drive along for the ride. Just so I am sure, let me see if the hard drives that I have here. Broken. Okay, so I have 4 broken hard drives in my storage there. How do I get this out? Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's see if this is really indeed broken. Oh yes, it is. It's dead, Jim. That's a 500 gigabytes Seagate Barracuda. Do I have another one? New? I don't. I'm gonna have to order a new one. Why haven't I checked this before? Because I didn't have a PSU to install. Or did I? I could have used one of these to test. I have a few used ones. Why did I do that? I'm gonna have to order a new one. A new hard drive, that is. Let's see here. Shop. Storage. This hard drive is a Seagate Barracuda 500 gigs, right? Let's order this. I'm not going to finish this order yet. Just in case I need to order more parts or something else. For the moment, what I think I'm going to do is install some other hard drive just to test. Here, let's install this small one for test purposes. That. Cables. Put it there. Put this to the power supply. Now I'm gonna need to use the USB drive, because this one does not have an operating system. Hello, Enders! Welcome to the stream and happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're doing well. Alright, that's it. Oh, that booted up absurdly fast. Oh, wait a second. This hard drive already had an operating system? Well, guess so. Diagnose and fix. Inferior PSU is... What? Okay, so maybe the PSU, the other PSU that I bought is the one I actually am supposed to install on this PC. Yeah, that might be it. You're not good. What's wrong, if I may ask? Oh, well, we gotta remove those cables before we can remove the PSU. Like that, and unplug. I unplugged something that I was not supposed to unplug. Like this and that. Alright, let's remove this PSU and install the other one that I ordered. And before I have to order something else completely different. Power supplies. It was... wait. It's this one. Screw it in. Now cables, let's plug everything back in. Yeah. Oops. It's gonna be easier if I do it from this side. Power for the graphics card. Oh my god, can I not click on the wrong place? Thank you very much. Myself. There, now the motherboard. And we should be fine to boot. Alrighty, booted. Diagnose problem. What else is wrong with this thing? I mean, yes, the hard drive in here is not the one it's supposed to have, but it's working. It's only temporary anyway. Diagnose what? I need some repairs. It's not immediately obvious what's gone wrong. You have to do some digging. Smelled like burning last night. Now it doesn't boot. I was a PCB, yeah, blah blah blah. Well, he wants Cooler Master things. But what else can I replace here that is going to be a Cooler Master one? The fan, but do I really need to swap the CPU fan? It's working. Is that defective as well? Almost 15 minutes. Oh no, I hope you're not sick. In any case, I hope you get well soon. Alright, let's remove this CPU cooler. Oh, I have another Cooler Master that is brand new I can install. Yes, Soto, hello! Welcome to the stream and thank you so much for joining. Happy Friday! I hope it's nothing serious, Anders. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove that CPU fan from there, check if it is actually defective, and I think this one is going to be compatible. Maybe I ordered this one for that PC and I simply cannot remember. I am doing very well, thank you. Whoa, thank you so much for the bits! That is super appreciated, Ash, and welcome to the stream. Happy Friday! Thank you for joining. Alright, let's check if that thing is actually broken or defective. No, that is fine. That is completely fine. You don't have to switch the CPU cooler. What the fudge is wrong here? Well, then happy Saturday in that case. Yeah, it's still Friday for me. It's still Friday for a few more hours. Which, by the way, I forgot to turn off the chronometer on my watch. There we go, that's better. But yeah, happy Saturday. Okay, let's add some more toothpaste. It's not toothpaste, it's thermal paste. Mind you, there are people who are crazy enough to add toothpaste instead of thermal paste. Let's install this back. Go. Plug it in. Okay, maybe it is telling me it's not giving me a green on this one because I installed an inferior hard drive. But I did this only for testing purposes, so it's working. Normally, in real life at least, I would give this PC a pass as far as I can tell. Because, oh, it's working. But okay, maybe the game doesn't want me to do it that way. Maybe it actually wants an actual 500 gigabytes hard drive back here. Okay, let's take this back. Do I have another one that I can install there? Preferably one that is new. No, I don't. Also, my coffee just ended. Oh, what a tragedy, I'm out of coffee. I'm going to install this 2 terabytes one. Let's see what happens. It is superior than the one this guy had originally. I want to see if the game is going to give me a green on the thingy there. Let's see here. Oops. Ah, frick. It's easier to work on PCs in real life, I gotta tell you. There we go. Now I can close this here. Why is this one open? Let's see what the game is going to tell me with this hard drive. I know this is not the hard drive this PC is supposed to have. Ah, there it is. Yes, the game was complaining about having an inferior hard drive than the one this guy originally had. Okay, so in that case, I can indeed go on and order that 500 gigabytes hard drive. Oh, it's already here in my cart. Okay, let's just leave it there for now. Place in the delivery area. Okay, so this PC, other than the hard drive, is finished. I only have to order the new hard drive, and this one will be good to go. For now, let's remove this test one. There we go. And let's leave this guy here waiting. Oops. Now what about you? I don't remember. What's up with you? Oh god, this is crazy. Kinda ugly, not my taste. I like the colors though. Boot into the operating system, diagnose the problems and fix it. Let's see, who's your owner? Marsden. Let's check the email from the guy. Marsden. Something wrong, have a look, no idea what's wrong. He kicked the PC. Of course it was by accident. He wants new parts. We gotta run an antivirus. Seems simple enough actually. First, let's turn it on. Is everything plugged? Yes. Let's turn it on and see what happens. No RAM? Oh yes! There is no RAM. Ripting! Happy Saturday! Or Friday, I don't know what the... Oops, I unplugged the cable by accident. Whoops! Thanks so much for joining. Excuse me. What did I unplug? I unplugged the power for the GPU. Also, I think I did that with the PC still turned on. That would be super bad in real life. It has all... What is this? Pink? Purple? I don't know. Let's pick that color here to install it back. Purple. There you go. Oh yeah, where is your RAM? Oh, maybe that stick of RAM that I ordered and that arrived is the one that I ordered for this PC, isn't it? I still wonder why this is in Portuguese. G-Skill 8 gigabytes. Let's install that and see what happens then. Let's see, memory. No RAM, no problem. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess the PC, I suppose we can say the PC forgot it even has a problem to begin with. I don't know, that was a very stupid joke. I tried way too hard and didn't succeed. Alright, let's install this here. I think this is the new one that I ordered. That's already closed, okay. Let's see, are you gonna boot? Yeah? Hey! It booted! Oh, nice Reptain! I hope that's coming along well. Okay, this is it guys. We just gotta now we just have to... Where's my stick? My USB stick. Is it there? Yes, I'm gonna need this. We just gotta run an antivirus, and this one should be good to go. Oh yes, you told me about your mouse, Riptane. Haven't you got a new one yet? Add remove programs. Can I expand this window? I can, nice. Where's the antivirus? Where's the antivirus? Or does this PC already have? Ah, there it is. Already has it installed. Computer is protected. Wait, I thought this one was the one that was displaying the weird pop-ups. Weird pop-ups, yes, that's the one. Marsden. Well, I don't know. It said it's clean. Alright. I'm gonna say this one is finished. Let's close it up and put it in the delivery area. I'm guessing these belong to this one. I don't remember. I haven't played this game in months. Go one more here. Okay. Oh, good. How do I get this out again? Yeah, there we go, right there. Just yanked the cables out of there. Alright, you go there. Nice. Let's tell your owner you are ready for collection. They seem to know what was wrong with my PC, and I couldn't be happier. Hey, we got a 5-star review. Awesome. Nice. Okay, so that was done. The owner was fast. We have this one for fixing and this one for upgrading. Let's check this one that needs fixing first. So in case I need to order any new parts, I can include on the same shipping as that hard drive that I am going to order. My goodness, look at this case. I don't know why when I looked at this area here, the first thing that came to mind was the word mug. I don't know, I'm weird. Anyway, let's see. We have to boot up, replace the CPU, and replace the air cooler. Complete by the end of the 16th, tomorrow. Oh, I hope I don't have to order any new parts. Well, first, let's plug the cables and see what happens. That goes there, that goes there. No CPU found. What's your honor? S. Bachelor. Let's see here. This guy. I need you to repair my rig. I'll be doing something and then suddenly nothing works. I press Ctrl Alt Delete and the PC just bips. I have the worst luck. I have got to have it by the 16th. I read that Silverstone parts are really good. Oh, that's why I bought a Silverstone not GPU, power supply, wasn't it? No, wait a second. What am I saying? I bought a Silverstone something. I can't remember what it was. Was the cooler? I saw Silverstone somewhere in here. I can't remember. In any case, hold on a second. See PC parts. Yes, this one apparently has a dead CPU. It's a Ryzen 5 quad-core. Do I have one in stock? I don't think I do. But no, the Silverstone part that I saw... Oh my god, what was that? I really can't remember what Silverstone part I saw. Hang on, let me check the calendar. Did I really order a Silverstone something? No, I didn't. Why do I have Silverstone in my... Oh no, I did! There. It was a power supply. Oh, I think it was for that PC I just delivered. Okay, that might be that. Hey, Matitz? I hope I pronounced your name wrong. I mean, right. Oh my god, why? I meant to say, I hope I pronounced your name right, not wrong. I'm sorry. In any case, thank you so much for joining. Happy Friday. Or Saturday, if it's already Saturday for you. Thank you for joining. What was I going to do here? Right, I was going to check if I have another Ryzen 5. I have one. It is used. Hold on, what is his Ryzen? Because if it is the same that I have used, I can use one of those used ones that I have for testing purposes. It's the 1500X quad-core. Let's see, Ryzen 5. This is a 1400, 1400, 1600, 1500. Oh, I have a brand new one actually. Okay, so this is going into that PC. Fantastic. Oh, I have two of them for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Well, turn off first. I almost yanked the CPU cooler out of here with the PC on. That would be pretty bad. Okay, let's remove this thingy. That thingy. Let's install the new one. CPUs down here. This. Nice. Now lock it in place. Let's put in some goo, some CPU goo. Let's install the CPU cooler back. Wait a second. Ah, okay, I see. That's the Silverstone thing that he wants replaced. He wants a new CPU fan. Okay, that's the AR08. Let's add that to the cart. See, and that is why I did not check out here yet. How do I go back? There we go. Silverstone. Oh, there's only one model. Okay, add to cart. Very good. Let's see what else we got here. No, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be all. Hang on, didn't I see the fan spinning? Wait a second. CPU cooling. Let's install that back, just to test. Turn on. Oh yeah, that is stopped. But okay, booted. Alright, let's turn it off before it explodes. And let's take this back out. How's the weather there, thing? I saw you talking about that on Discord, on the Discord server. Hold on a second. Yeah, so for that PC we just need the CPU cooler, right? In that case, let's put this. Oops. Put this over here. Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty, dirty, dirty. Boot up into the OS, upgrade the graphics card, install dual graphics cards, and install the Aeio Watercooler. Okay, so I should not need to order any new parts for that one. In this case, let's go ahead and check out these two here. Yes, let's go with the delivery for the next day. Very good. So you will wait. You are also waiting. Let's work on you. Oh, you are dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. I have to open it to clean? But I want to clean outside first. Okay, fine. (120 to 130 kilometers an hour winds. That is super fast. Very strong winds. Sometimes we have winds that strong around here as well. Actually, I think the... Remember when I told you about, or maybe I was talking about this on another Discord server. But in any case, last year, was it last year or was it earlier this year? Either way, recently we had a sandstorm, a very strong sandstorm here where I live. And that is actually something super uncommon to happen around here. But it happened. And the winds were extremely strong. I think they went over 100, 130, 120-ish, something like that. All I know is that they knocked down hundreds of trees all over the city, as well as the state itself, because the storm covered a very big chunk of my state. And we lost power for several days. In my area, we lost power for only a day and a half. Excuse me. It's a dust here. The dust of this PC went everywhere. Anyway, in my area we lost power for about a day and a half, but there were other areas in my city that lost power for the entire week. It was awful. What is it going to do here? Right, upgrade the graphics card. Let's take this one out. But yeah, that sandstorm, it knocked down a very big tree in a park that is just the next block from my house. And that tree fell on, let's see, graphics cards. It fell on the power cables and knocked down power for my entire neighborhood. Okay, so that's one card. Let's install the next one. And this is the one that I bought for this PC, right? Incompatible? What? But I ordered 2 of these. Isn't this the one that wants 2 GPUs? Yes, it is. The fudge? Wait. Oh, hold on a second. Graphics cards. What? Yes, they need to be the same, but I ordered the same. Here, let's check this out. This is the new one I just installed. And I ordered it specifically for this PC. Yeah, 1060 Gaming X plus 6 gigabytes. Yeah, that's the same one. Board needs to support SLI. Did I order a motherboard for this computer? The parts that are supposed to go on this computer, I ordered them last year when I last played this game, and I haven't played since. They are the ones that I picked up at the start of the stream, and I have 0 memory of what I had ordered. Maybe I did order a motherboard for this thing. That's a power supply. That's RAM. That's a whatever. Graphics cards. Confused dragon noises. Motherboard. Did I order this for that computer? Good lord, it's awful not to remember. Who's your owner, by the way? Stuart Kipling. It says Stuart Kipling. This card, blah blah blah. GAAX 370. Is that the one that I saw here? No, this is a different model. For AMD. Is this an AMD system? It is AMD. I don't know. Let's install that thing there and see what happens. Alright, you get out of there. You also get out of there. Hold on, what is this? Ryzen 5, 6 core, 1600. Okay, oh, I'm gonna have to remove all the cables. Frick. Here, then the RAM has a 4 gigabytes. I'm never gonna remember this. I hope I am putting sticker notes with the name of the owner of these parts. I actually don't even know if the other motherboard there supports SLI. You got. Here's something that I don't understand why this game does it. In most cases, when you remove a motherboard from the computer case, you do not.
A time has just been redeemed for 100 dragon tokens. Time to play an ad.
Alright, time to play an ad, I guess. But first let me finish this this line of thought here. Or rather, this small rant. In real life, when you remove a motherboard from a PC case, in most cases you don't have to remove the standoffs. Except of course when the holes in the motherboard do not align with the standoffs where you gotta insert the screw to screw the motherboard in. And I get it from this little detail, based on this little detail, but for the game to force you to remove all standoffs as well, I think it's a bit of exaggeration. Alright, let's run that ad now. After all, removing standoffs is boring. Okay. Let's now install that other motherboard and see what happens. I don't think I am really supposed to be swapping the motherboard. You must what? You must reinstall the customer's part. Yeah, I'm not supposed to remove the motherboard. The heck? Oh, wait a second. Does the... I actually don't know this. Does the GTX 1060 supports SLI? I don't think the 1060 does. Oh no. Wait a second. I actually don't know this. Let me ask my phone. Does the GTX 1060 support SLI?
According to Gamers Nexus, the GTX 1060s do not have sleeve fingers and can only communicate via the PCIe bus, without a bridge, thereby demanding that applications support MDA or LDA explicit to actually leverage both cards.
Well, there's my answer. The cards that I bought for this PC do not support SLI. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend extra and buy cards that do support SLI. Hold on, what about the 1080? Does the GTX 1080 supports SLI?
According to NotebookCheck.net, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Schlee for laptops is a combination of two GTX 1080 graphics cards in Schlee mode.
Well,
Each
this
card
doesn't
renders
exactly
1 frame
answer my question, but I don't know. It talks about SLI. I guess that's a yes. This is so gonna go over the guy's budget, isn't it though? He has a budget of $1,100. How much is the budget? How much have I spent in parts so far? I have no idea. I'm just almost certain this is gonna go over budget. Graphics cards. Let's see here. 1080. What? Excuse me? GTX? 1060? 1060 OC? 1050? 1060? 960? There's no 1080s? What? Excuse me? How is this possible? Hang on a second. Yeah, this is 2018. This is not 2020 or 2021 yet. What? Oh yes, you have no idea how much I hate those as well, Retain. I hate those so much that I no longer pick those up. I go straight over those. Right, he wants... Well, I'm gonna have to install something that is lower than the 1060 then. The only problem is I don't remember what card he had previously. Let's see. Oh, it could be any of these. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. 980. Does this one support SLI? Oh, it does. It says right here actually. No-tie GPU SLI. So, am I supposed to buy another one of these? Wait, no. But he says he wants a graphics card upgrade. Just buy another one of that. Well, technically it would be an upgrade, I guess, if I'm going to make an SLI setup here. Check the hardware tier list. Is there a tier list? Where's the tier list? You know, by the way, I should sell the broken parts. Are you sure you want to sell all 16 broken parts? Yeah, sure. Tier list. Ah, I gotta install a thing. Okay, hold on. Where's my USB stick? Where did I put that thing? It's not there. It's not there. Right, it's it's in my inventory. Wait. I'm gonna have to put this on my bench. No, I'm stupid. Just gotta click here. Oh, but I don't have the program. I think it's one of those that I have to buy? Ah, frick, I hate buying programs. Auto screw to auto connect, auto send off, bongle. That's a funny word. Bongle. Market, system info, get the system performance, blah blah blah. Refer shop, quick cable tool, part ranking. I think that might be it. Compare the relative performance of CPUs and graphics cards. $600? Ah, God. Hang on. What is the name of this program here? Part ranking. Hang on a second, let me see something here. Part ranking. Zero. Oh, fine. Oh my God, 600. I only have 3,903. Fine, let's buy this freaking thing. Wait a second. Wait a second. Not just yet. Not just yet. GTX. What is the guy's graphics card again? It's the 980, right? The 980 Ti would be an upgrade over the 980, right? Yes. This card. I should know these things. Yeah, I guess not. Ah, fine. I'll spend the $600 on a freaking program that I could just find the license key for free on the internet if I wanted to. Oh my God. Yeah. Oof. My budget. Are you done? Hello? Program? Oh, it's still going. It's very slowly. Oh, come on, I have to reboot. What is this? 1996? It's not common nowadays for you to have to reboot the computer after you install a program. Not all that many programs require you to reboot nowadays. Though back in the day, especially with Windows 9X, you know, Windows 95, 98, 99, 99, what am I saying? Millennium, and of course the ones before, almost always you would have to reboot the PC. Here, part ranking. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? 980 Ti is, I think, is this one here? Or, wait, hold on. What is his graphics card? Or what was? I'm guessing it was this one here. I could be wrong. That's the Gaming 4G LE. Gaming 4G LE. 4G LE is this one. So if I am reading this correctly, if I order a pair of gaming of 980s Ti Gaming 6G, or maybe the LE, which should be cheaper, that should be what I need. Maybe. Let's see. Shop. Graphics cards. GTX 980. Let's see, what have we got here? Ooh, golden edition. Oof, $495. What is the one that I checked here? Can I go with the Gamer XL? It's an upgrade over his, and it's cheaper. I mean, I guess. Wait, what is the one? Gamer XL. Gaming, yeah, Gamer XL. $375. It does support SLI. Add to cart. 1, 2. And that should be it. What is this that I have to deliver tomorrow? Whatever that is. And these are parts that I have to receive tomorrow. Right. Okay, so let's see. Other than the graphics card, what else do I have to do here? Install the Aeio water cooling. Is that going to include the graphics card for cooling? I don't think so. Let's put stuff back in here. I better install the CPU first. Oops, gotta open this. Go. Let's install the thermal paste. Yeah. And CPU cooling. Which one belongs to him? This one. I gotta close this first. And wait. Why won't it go in? Hello? I actually never installed a water cooling system in real life. Not yet. But I have to remove the front. Of course I do. It wouldn't be very difficult to put these screws in without removing the front panel. I mean, I don't know, I would guess, right? After all, the screwdriver cannot reach through the case. There we go. This memory belongs to you. That. This. And... Are you kidding me? Are you really gonna force me to remove the water cooler just to install the RAM? Game, you call yourself PC Building Simulator. Don't you know that you can install the RAM without removing the entire Aeio assembly? Jesus. Unplayable. I'm gonna ask for a refund. Oh, imagine. Well, to be fair, I suppose that for someone who doesn't actually know that you can very easily install the RAM with the cables here, they would think that this is normal. But that's not my case. I actually do this stuff for a living. Or I used to, because I am currently unemployed. That face. CPU cooling. Cooler master. Yeah. Can I be honest with you? I don't like modern PC cases. I hate these things. Awful designs. Here. Side panel. No, I want the front panel. Dust filter. Yes. Panel. There we go. So that was the Aeio. Now I think this PC only needs the graphics cards. Okay, very good. Very well then. So those are gonna come tomorrow. And everything here is waiting now. All three of these are waiting. Let's check some emails for... I gotta check out first. Not yet. Let's check some emails to see what new jobs we have. And the reason why I'm not going to check out those graphics cards yet is in case one of these, which is most likely going to be the case, in case one of these asks for parts replacing. Hi mate, you probably didn't see, but I actually won that tournament. Ma'am was well surprised, but it was a cash prize and everything, so I feel like celebrating. I think she finally gets it. Can you upgrade the RAM on my rig and maybe chuck in some RGB lighting? I've got the money for it, so why not? LOL. Thanks, Ollie. Okay, so the guy wants 32 gigabytes of RAM and RGB. Is that even an option in the shop? Boom. Where would that be? Case? I mean cables? No. Power supplies? Of course not. What? I mean, I suppose some of these fans might have RGB, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't count. These are softwares and tools. Why am I looking here? How am I supposed to buy RGB? I don't know. Anyway, how much RAM does he currently have and what brand? He has an A-Data Premier Series 8 gigabytes. That's 2133 megahertz. He wants 32 gigs. Okay, let's see here. RAM 32. All of them are going to be 3200 megahertz. Problem. Which one is the cheapest? Oh wait, it searched not by capacity. It searched by, when I typed 32, it searched by frequency. What the fudge? Okay. Let's see, price. Let's leave it by relevance. Whatever. Let's just scroll by. 16, 8 gigs, 8 gigs. I think that just do this here. Because it doesn't solve my conundrum. Fine. Arrow next to memory. Ah! Would you believe that I never seen this before? Wait, what? I don't have access to 32 megabyte, I mean gigabytes sticks yet? Wait a second. I'm stupid. No. Hold on. Hold on. I'm a bit stupid. I just gotta order two sticks of 16 gigs. In my defense, okay? In my defense, my computer technician brain was thinking in real life, because in real life, if someone tells me, hey, I want 32 gigabytes of RAM on my PC, I will have two options, either to buy a couple of 16 gigs or seek out a single 32 gigabyte stick, which is an option in real life. And I don't know why my brain defaulted to that immediately. Oh, I feel stupid now. Okay, whatever. Which one of these should we buy? The cheapest one, of course. 1, 2, there we go. That's in the cart. Okay. No. Wait, where's the RAM? Okay, that's that. Run in SC mode? Sure, of course, why not? Okay, look. I have been unemployed for a few months now, okay? I am rusty. Oh man. I completely forgot about what I was doing here. Right, I was going to accept this job here. That's all he needs, right? I mean, right? No, he also wants RGB lighting. But where the fudge do I buy RGB? I would guess cables. But no RGB stuff in here. Unless I use one red cable, one green cable, and one blue cable in his PC. It's gonna be a kind of RGB, right? Oh my god. Imagine I actually do that in real life someday. Client asks, hey, can you install RGB? And I'm like, sure. And then they turn on the PC, there's no lights, they complain and say, hey, where's the RGB? I open up the case and say, here. There's the red cable, that's the R. There's the green cable, that's the G. And there's the blue cable, so that's the blue. RGB. There, you ask for RGB, I put in RGB. Why are you not happy? Oh boy. In any case, there is no RGB here. Wait, what? Oh! Wait. Got stabbed by angry customer. You never know. Okay, so I was right in guessing that some of those coolers would have RGB, though I'm not quite sure that's the kind of RGB he wants. I don't know, my brain is defaulting to RGB strips. Do I have to replace the cooler? No, I don't. I mean, yes, I already did. What else would be RGB here? The RAM. Right? There are no RGB strips in this. Okay, so I was right then. There is no RGB. Are there RGB? Oh, there's RGB cards, graphics cards. No RAM. But there are RGB cards. Oh, hold on. are the ones that I added to my cart here. No, these are not RGB. Are there, excuse me, 980s that are RGB? Home, search for RGB again. Let's see here. No, there are not. The filter? But what am I going to filter for exactly? Hang on, isn't Crossfire the same thing as SLI? Except Crossfire is the AMD version of SLI? Because if that is the case, I could order a card from AMD instead of NVIDIA. Because there's no NVIDIA options in the 980 range. Oh, then again, there's no AMD version that is superior to the 980. Oh. Oh, now what? The best AMD graphics card would be this, according to this graph, would be the R9 390X Gaming 8G, and that is below the 980 Ti. Yeah, the option would be the motherboard, but swap the motherboard is not an option for this job. What about this one here, 570? If I pick one of the Radeon cards, even though they are technically inferior, because it's going to be in SLI, well, Crossfire, still, would that count as a graphics card upgrade anyway? Does the game actually simulate that? Also, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, it already has coolers there. I was wondering if I would have to install coolers for this radiator, but it already comes with coolers. Right? They RGB? Oh, they are not. They are black as coffee. What if I simply buy a simple exhaust fan and shove it into the case and say, hey, there's your RGB? Would that count? I mean, it does have the room for that. Do I have any cooler? Can go there. No, I don't. Actually, hold on a second. This is for CPU. Case fans. These are not RGB. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna buy one of those. Even if it doesn't count, at least I'm gonna have it in stock for the future. Besides, these are not expensive. Only $30–40. Not too expensive. So 120. I'm gonna buy both. Yeah, okay. And I didn't remove the 980, right? Okay, that's still there. Okay. You probably didn't see. I actually want a tournament can upgrade. Excuse me. My RAM. Some RGB lighting. Okay, so this one, I think we can accept this one now. The parts are in the cart. By the way, how much is this gonna cost me so far? I gotta mind this, yeah, the total, because my budget is not very big. Hi, hail! Come on, let's begin from the start here. Xmaster93 at ravagerslarp.com. Hail! As thou art no doubt aware, the release of a feudal fantasy... What is this? I forgot how to read Roman numbers. It's 10, 11, 12, 13? Yeah, that's 13. As thou art no doubt aware, the release of Feudal Fantasy 13 lies on the horizon. It is anticipated to be the most exciting game, with a visceral recreation of martial warfare and the heart-rending tale of a peasantry struggling to break free of oppression. Truly, ye looked upon a Game of the Year candidate. Okay, I got it right then, 13. System required... Okay, this is gonna be a benchmark one, isn't it? Don't tell me this is gonna be a benchmark, because if it is, I am so not accepting this job. System requirements are as yet unknown for this Ludoliterary tour de force, but as the bow is drawn in anticipation, still I must prepare myself for this imminent release. I hereby commission thee in constructing me for a suitable rig. I will pay in gold or digital currency as thou prefer. Eagerly awaiting thy reply. Catherine Breton, Assistant Guildmaster of the Ravagers. This guy, I know, right? Let's see, he wants me to build a PC that can play Feudal Fantasy 13 at minimum specs. Okay, this is not a benchmark job. Let's open the Will It Run program. I'm guessing that game is in here, right? Yes, it is. Let's see. We need to order him 8 GB of RAM, a graphics card that is at least 3 GB in VRAM. He needs at least 40 GB of storage. Ryzen 5 6 cores, 1600. I think I already have one of those in here, don't I? And I think it's brand new also. Oh yes, I do. Okay, so we can use that one for him. So no ordering a new CPU. Radeon R9. Do I already have any of those in stock here? I don't think I do. I only have NVIDIA. Okay, so we are gonna order him RAM, graphics card, and storage. Very well, let's see. Let's begin with the RAM. Memory. By the way, what is his budget? 1,000. I gotta mind my own budget actually. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Where is the shop? What is the frequency of that CPU? Is it 1,600 megahertz actually, or gigahertz? Should be right. Let me confirm. No, it's 3,600. So let's see here. Blah blah blah. 3,600 megahertz RAM. I can use this. Forgot about it. Oh no, it only goes up to 3,500. Wait, did I read the frequency of the RAM right? I mean the CPU right? I don't think I did. Oh no, I totally did. Well, it's not like it's not gonna work if I install a RAM that is 3,200. It will, it's just not gonna be at the same speed as a CPU. I forgot about the filters again. Sorry. Oops. Up to that, and I want a minimum of 16. Right, I clicked. Come on, there we go. my brain defaulted back to 32 gigabytes of RAM, and also, what am I doing? I need 8 gigabytes. What am I? Am I dumb? Don't answer that. Let's see. How about we go with this Corsair Dominator? Yeah, let's go with this one. Actually, no. The G-Skill Ripjaws 4 is cheaper. Let's go with that one. And now for storage. I see you there, Riptane. For storage, where's storage? Here. It says the minimum is, I couldn't remember, 40 gigabytes. Let's see, 120 gigabytes. Yeah, let's go with an SSD. Actually, Shan Mega or Corsair Force series, or maybe the A data. Let's see the right and the transistor. The Corsair is faster. Let's go with the Corsair. It's only $10 more than the other two. Here we go. So far, my grand total is $1,310. Do I need to order anything else? Let's see. So we have added the RAM. Oh, the graphics card. I'm forgetting about the graphics card. What card does it want? Radeon or 9? Radeon or 9. And 283G. That's 280. Looking for, yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. R9 280 3G. Yeah. Let's see. There's the gaming. There's a gaming LE. Yeah, let's go with this one. Doesn't really specify if it has to be gaming, even though that's what the card is going to be doing. Alright, let's add this to cart. Let's see what else. So we have ordered the RAM, the graphics card, the storage. I already have the CPU. Yeah, that should be about it for this guy. So, yes, Mr. Catherine. It's a woman. Or is this a male name? I don't know, sometimes it can be confusing. Anyway, person. Yes, let's accept. Let's see here. Immediate juice at twigpaper.co.uk. Let me drink some water. Hang on a second, guys. My coffee mug is empty, but I had a glass of water prepared right over there. Anyway, let's see here.
Break is broken. Hello? I'm pretty sure I managed to break something. A cable wouldn't fit, so I forced it. Now the thing's not working. The motherboard. It's gotta be, right? I'm going to need it by the 16th of February, so tomorrow, at the latest. My kid's been using it, and I'm getting some weird pop-ups. Is it okay that it's so dusty? I look forward to hearing back from you. Love, Azuka.
Okay, so this should be simple. Yeah, famous last words. Supposedly his motherboard is dead. And the PC is dusty. It's gonna need some cleanup. And it might be infected by viruses. So we have to replace the motherboard and the RAM as well. Oh boy. Let's see what he has. Isn't this the motherboard that I have over here? Wait, hold on a second. What is this motherboard even? AB350. AB350, AB350. AB350M Gaming 3. AB350 Gaming 3. It's close enough. Or is it actually the same board? No, it's not exactly the same board. There is... I don't know. Am I actually going to have to order this? Probably actually. Corsair Dominator Platinum 8 gigabytes, 3000 megahertz. Let's begin by the RAM. Memory. Corsair. Let's buy the same brand. So this is the one he has, right? Right. Add to cart. Let's now see the motherboard. Gigabyte. What? Oh, of course it's not gonna find anything by gigabyte in memory. Gotta go to motherboards, you dummy. Yes, there is a small difference. The one I have is the 350M Gaming. The one he has is the 350 Gaming. There's no M there. Okay, Reptane, no problem. Okay, let's add this to carts. Let's just confirm that is the one, right? AB350 Gaming 3. AB350 Gaming 3. Okay, yes, that is the one. So parts wise, that should be all that I have to buy for this PC, right? The motherboard and the RAM. Replace motherboard, replace RAM. Okay, let's accept this one. And let's check now this. briscoe.brian@bbiscocoffee.net. Hey, I need some repairs. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? It just crashes randomly. Sometimes I get a blue screen, sometimes it just freezes. I'm a total Intel fanboy. It seems a bit dusty inside. Cheers, Brian. Right, so we have to diagnose and fix. Since he mentioned he is an Intel fanboy, I am imagining that I'm gonna have to replace the processor in that PC. What does he have? He has an i5-6600K. Yes, I would definitely have to replace the CPU on this thing. Otherwise, even though it doesn't say here, hey, replace the CPU, it is strongly implied that I would have to. He says that he's a big Intel fanboy and the only Intel thing in this computer is the CPU. Alright then, let's order one of these, unless I already have one of these in my inventory. Let's see, is the i5-6600K. Do I? 6600. I do, but it's used. It doesn't say he wants brand new parts though. You know what, I'm not gonna order a new CPU, I'm just gonna use this one. It is fine. That CPU still has a lot of life in it. Besides, it will save me some money, because my budget is tight. And let's accept. Let's see, daily deals. Grab the steal of the day. Hi there, here are some deals available for you at PC Bay today. Oh, it's just an ad. I don't care. Let's see, Teambo 2000 at supermayo.com. Something to look forward to. This looks like spam. I read an article online about business principles and it got me thinking. It's time I took Team's Red Hot repairs back to its roots. Oh hey, hang on a second. Isn't this my character's uncle? Oh, it is. Okay, let's actually read this. Hey, read an article online about business principles and it got me thinking. It's time I took Team's Red Hot repairs back to its roots. Our priority? I set up a website. The article said you're nobody if you're not on the web. Take a look when you've got a minute. Is this an actual website? I'm curious now. Hold on. Let's oh God, yes, this guy is not the greatest PC, I mean computer technician, if I'm honest. Let's see if this is an actual address. Hang on a second. Let's see here. I want to press this button. Okay, let's type that address. Let's see. www.teamsredhotrepairs. It's kind of difficult to type on this other keyboard here because of where I had it. Repairs.com. Did I type it right? I think so. Oh my god! This page actually exists, apparently. What is that logo over there? Oh my god, look at that. It has a logo. Is there anything here? No. Do not share.xls. What is this? Oh, whoa, wow. This is a spreadsheet. Miscellaneous, Epic Games Store, description, PC Building Simulator 2. Oh, interesting. That's an Easter egg. Return purchase, optimizer. What is all this stuff though? There's a lot of values over there. What is all this stuff? One pair of gents' trousers, great to replace those stolen by hoodlums when I took a late evening dip during a work outing in Eastbourne. Oh, hold on a second. Is this his spreadsheet of expenses? Something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to explore this later at some other time. Let's go back to the game. Anyway, where was I? Take a look when you got a minute. www.teamsredhotrepairs.com. Seriously, open up your browser and check it out. It's a real website. Took me hours to get it all working. As for next steps, I've got my eye on a few local properties. The money I need is tied up in that old workshop of yours, but I'm sure I can think of a quick fire way to gather cash. Uncle Tim, I am just getting this place back in business. Please don't destroy everything. I'm still getting complaints from some of your old clients, Uncle. Hey, welcome back. Good thing. Anyway, just have a look at the website and let me know what you think. I'll keep you updated. Excited for the future, Uncle Tim. P.S. Do you keep anything flammable in the old workshop? And if not, do you think maybe you could start? Oh my god. Uncle Tim! What is wrong with you, man? That's a crime! Insurance fraud! That's a crime! You go to jail for that, Uncle! Do not do that! And if you do, do not involve me in your shenanigans. This man is insane. Okay then. Let's check out our cart. Wow, that's a lot of parts. Yeesh. Next day delivery, yes. Now I'm poor, again. Very well. Let's start this off. Very well. Oh my god, excuse me. So we have these 3 PCs in progress. They are waiting for parts that should arrive tomorrow. Right? We have a computer to deliver tomorrow. It's one of those that are waiting parts. We have parts to be delivered tomorrow, plus a few jobs to do. So that's good. Okay, I guess we have nothing else to do here other than just go home and wait until tomorrow. And day. Game? Hello? Oh, it's still doing something. Why did it take so long? My god. Whoa, look at all these things. Alright, let's go to work. Click. Tim's Red Hot Repairs. You must own 25% of the company to change its name. How much do I own? I don't know. Let's finish those first before we work on any of these. Okay, let's turn you on. Did I turn you on? I did. You. What was the thing that I was gonna... Right, the hard drive. Let's install a 500 gigabytes hard drive. And it's gonna be this Seagate Barracuda. Go. Goes that and that. Your cables are black. I remembered about the cables. Let's see, cables, plastic, black. Oh god, I've got the sniffles. Plug that in. Now let's plug in the USB stick to install the OS and turn it on. And that should be it. Okay, while that goes, what about you? What's up with you? Replace the air cooler. Right. Let's see here. Thermal paste. CPU coolers. That's not CPU coolers. Wait. Wasn't this broken? I don't know. Just install this thing here. Yeah. And let's turn it on. Okay, what? Whoops. Well, you do that. Let's go over here. And let's install a couple things. Let's begin with select wallpaper. Now that does that. Okay, you boot it up. Ooh, he has ETS too. Nice. Isn't this one PC that it has to run an antivirus? I think it is. Install the virus scanner. Go back here, reboot. Yes. Let's take this back. Boot. We're still booting up. And you, what's up with you? Oh yes, you are the graphics cards. Let's when I format a computer, either I am formatting an existing computer or I build a new computer for my clients. In real life, I'm talking about, of course. You always install a custom wallpaper that is basically my own brand. And that is exactly what I'm going to do with this one here. If I can remember where I put the wallpapers, I think I put them on this place here. Oh, hold on, let me browse on my own PC here because I actually do not remember. Where I have those wallpapers. Okay, I have a copy of that folder over here. You guys are seeing the game, but I am actually right now tabbed out. I'm browsing on the Windows Explorer. I'm just going to copy one new wallpaper that I made that is not included there. If I can find that freaking thing. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's see. Copy. Actually, copy both of these to that folder. There we go. Okay, now I'm back on the game. Ah, that's why I can't see the folder where the wallpapers are. I accidentally went into the backup folder. The fudge. Here. These are my wallpapers. I made these ones myself, but I only want one of these. And that should be Dragon Wallpaper Green Blank. No. No. Wallpaper 6? No, that is old. Braveheart Wallpaper Green. I think this is the one. Right? Why is it not displaying? Ah, there it is. Yay! Yay! There we go. That is the actual wallpaper I am using on my other PC. Here, let me show you. Just share the screen of the other PC here on the stream. And there it is. That is the same wallpaper. Nice. Okay, let's go back to the game now. Do I have to install anything else with this PC? Software-wise, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't. Wonderful. Very well. So let's turn it off. Let's close this up. Click. And click. There we go. Do these. I can just yank the computer from here, but I don't wanna. Okay, you go there. I'm not gonna send the email to this guy yet. Let's first finish these over here. Oh, hey, I'm done with this. Wonderful. Let's close it up then. Where's the screw? There's a screw. Okay. Turn off. Move that. This. Wait. Didn't this guy ask for something particular? S bachelor. Email. S bachelor. Suddenly nothing works. This beeps. Silverstone parts are really good. As quick as it used to be. I think I did everything actually. Yeah, I think I did everything. Let's put that there. Alright, let's see about that SLR here. SLR? No, SLI, not SLR. Graphics cards. Go there. Now you go down there. Hey, there it is. Okay, let's put the covers back. I removed more than I needed. Though to be fair, I thought I was gonna go with the 1060. That one is a dual slot card. Alright, nice. So now we just install Aeio Watercooler, but I already did? What? What? Oh, I'm stupid. I gotta power up the system with cables. I don't know. Oops. Gotta plug in the power cables. Otherwise, it's obviously not gonna work. Here we go. That, and I think that is everything. Let's plug in the cables back here, power it up, and see what happens. There you go. So long as it doesn't go kaboom, it's fine. Ooh, pretty. Yay, there it is, it's working. Question though, is this computer just the upgrade or does he want anything else? Stuart Kipling, let's find out. Stuart Kipling, let's maximize this thing. Stuart, where's Stuart? Where's his email? I should organize this stuff. Ah, there it is. Upgrade the graphics card, 2 GPUs, Aeio coolers, plastic red cables. He wants red cables, so I have to swap the cables in there. Okay, turn off. And unplug everything. There. There. And there. I think that should be all. Okay, let's see here. I do have red cables, right? Right. Let's install some red cables. There. I think one more and we are done with this PC. Very good, very good. We are done. This one is complete. Except not. I gotta close it up first. Also, hold on a second. PCI log. Gotta put this back in place. I almost forgot about that. Put the side panel back in. I mean back on. And presto. Move every single cable. And there we go. Ta-da! All done. Let's notify them. Let's see, we have to notify Stewart, Spatula, and G. Waters. Let's begin with this guy. The upgraded graphics card is working great and they did a great job. Only 4 stars? Come on, man, I did everything you asked. Where's the other guys? Here, the Bachelor. Also 4 stars? What did I do wrong? The new CPU is working well and using it is a massive pleasure now. Glad you are satisfied. Only 4 stars though. Who's the other guy again? G. Waters? G. Waters. G. Waters. G. Waters. G. Waters. And collect. They seem to know what was wrong with my PC and I'll come back again. Nice, awesome. Hey, we made back the money we lost on ordering all of those parts earlier. Nice. Okay, let's now pick these things here, put them on the workbenches. I would never run around with a PC in my hands like this. Oh, you are dirty. You are a dirty, dirty computer, aren't you? Yes, you are dirty. I'm gonna dust you off. I don't know where that came from. Olio 22. Okay, what's wrong with you? Upgrade to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Very well then. I think that should be everything for you, right? I should actually open this open this email to make sure. Upgrade the RAM, maybe some RGB lighting. Did I buy anything RGB? I don't remember. What parts have we received? Silverstone. Hey, I think this is it. It'd be the cooler for the CPU. Oh no! Wait a second. I remember now. It was a cooler. an RGB cooler for the PC that I upgraded. That was on that bench over there. I was supposed to install that. Oh no, that's what I was missing from that computer. That's why I didn't get a 5 stars. Oh. Oh. Crap. Oh well, whatever. What was I going to do here? I forgot. Let's just plug in the cables. Right, this one wants to upgrade the RAM. Let's boot it up first, make sure everything is working, and then we will upgrade the RAM. Okay, hey! I either built this PC on a previous playthrough, or I upgrade or I formatted it. This is one of the wallpapers I usually install for my clients. Actually, this is the wallpaper that I actually install for my clients, not the one that I installed on that other PC just now. That one is mainly for personal use. Okay, let's turn it off and upgrade the RAM. Oop. Open that and this and boop. Now that one and that one, so we can have dual channel. And the RAM that I bought for this computer is what is the RAM that I bought for this computer? I actually don't remember. It might have been this here. Yes. Yes. It's these. The other one. There. There we go. Turn on. And that should be it. Let's double check. Some RGB lighting. Okay, well, in that case, let's install... Wait a second. Let's remove this fan and replace with the one that I ordered, that was supposed to go on the other PC. Since this guy wants RGB. And this is going to count, right? Here, hold on. No, that's not gonna count. He wants this one. Fine. Well, what other RGB thing can I install here? The CPU cooler? No. Let's put this back. Cable? No? Wait, I gotta plug this back. Well, I don't know what RGB thing can I install here. Can I just install that case fan somewhere else? Let's see. Well, I can put it here, I guess. Would that count? I have to remove the front panel first. Why can't I remove it? Gotta remove the cable first? This cable? Why can't I click the cable though? Hello? Oh, wait a second. You want me to remove this panel first? Is that it? No, that can't be it. Yeah, it's not it. Right. Oh, you wanted me to remove the other panel so I could remove this cable, so now I can remove the front panel. Alright. Let's see here. Considering airflow, we want to keep the graphics card. Ooh. So if we have air coming from below here, actually better have it up here, so then the CPU can receive more fresh air, and while the graphics card also pulls in fresh air from above here and then spits out down here. And that makes sense, right? Oh, hold on, cables. Gotta plug this back. Okay, now we can install the panels back. Okay, boot up. Why didn't it turn on? Hello? PC? It is plugged in. Oh, it won't turn on if I don't plug the new fan? Really? That's not how it works in real life. You can't see the RGB on this case. You can see the RGB from the front, only from the side. Yeah, let's put the side panel. What a horrible case. Oh well, whatever. You have RGB. Do I have to run a virus scan here? I'm gonna do it anyway. Not even gonna check the email. Let's just do it since it's here. Might as well. Computer is protected. Awesome. Okay, and that should be everything, right? Upgrade my rig, check in some RGB lighting, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Hydrate. Gotta keep hydrated.
That's a good idea, Anders. That actually helped. My throat was actually going dry, and I didn't even realize. Okay, so this here is done. Let's notify his owner. Hey, 5 stars. Nice. All right, let's see what's next. Let's see you over here. What's wrong with you? Boot up, replace the motherboard, replace the RAM, and gotta deliver this thing today. Okay, let's open this thing up. Oh, you're dusty, aren't you? You are dusty. Very well, let's... How the fuck do you open this thing? Okay, you gotta remove the top first. Whoa, that's a weird case. Didn't I just place it wrong? No, that's the way the case is. Oh my god, this is so weird. I've never worked on a case like this before. Everything's on the top. Whoa, that is so strange. Weird. Very weird. And dusty. Alright, let's do some air here. Come on, come on. Get that dust out of there. I could remove all the parts first and then dust out the inside. Took a while for that there to clean. Okay, everything seems to be clean. Very well then. We just have to replace the motherboard and the RAM. So, this case is a bit cumbersome to work on, I gotta say. And I'm pretty sure that I would say it is in real life as well. Look at all of these things that you have to remove to get to some simple things. Like, really. Just to get inside, you have to remove the top. And then you have to remove a couple of screws for the side panel, while on most cases you just have to remove the screws to remove the side panel alone. That extra step of removing the top, that already adds more complexity to the case design, and therefore makes it a little more cumbersome to work on. I mean, to work with. Let's see, what do I have? I have to remove this thing here now. Cable. By the way, what colors of cables are here? By the way, does he want any special colored cables? Immediate juice. Everything there in the game is in real life. I know. I know. I just never worked on one of those cases before in real life. But and that's also why I said, oh, here it is. That's also why I said that if I were to work on one of those in real life, I would make the same comments about that case being cumbersome to work in. Because it is. Let's see, blah blah blah, cable wanted to fit, kids been using, okay, he's not asking for any special cables. Why can't I view? Alright, the PSU can stay there, right? Oh, that's why I couldn't remove this. There we go. Now this should give us all access we need to the motherboard. This. Move the RAM. Whoops. Okay, Anders, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had some fun. And I wish you an amazing weekend. And of course, good night, sleep well. And as always, do dream of dragons. I dream of dragons sometimes. It's actually quite awesome. To me anyway, but then again, I suppose I can say I am biased to say that. Okay, let's remove these standoffs. And then install the new motherboard. If I can remember which one is supposed to go there. Oh, it's just by checking the name. So this is his. This is the new one. See, the standoffs are going back in the exact same position. Why remove them in the first place? What's up, Riptay? Alright, there we go. Now we have to install the new RAM. What did I buy for this PC? I can't remember. Oh god, what is the RAM that is supposed to go here? I fell asleep. That is fine. Besides, it should be late for you now. No problem, Riptay. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And have an awesome weekend. I hope you had some fun. I really can't remember what is the RAM that is supposed to go here. I think it's an 8 gigabytes, but I don't remember. Oh, if I find the one that says broken, then that's the one I took out of this computer. There, that's the one. Corsair Dominator 8 gigabytes. So this here is the one that I got installed. And whoop, there we go. Now let's put his CPU back in. Yeah. Let's put in the thermal paste. And there we go. Put back the CPU cooler. There we go. That's back in place. Wait a second. Why isn't this radiator over here? What? Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh! I can actually swap position. I mean, I can actually install the radiator in different places in the game. Okay, nice, neat. Alright. Let's put the graphics card back in. Now, I believe the original cables this computer was using were black. So let's pick black here and plug everything back in place. Why can't I do the cables? There we go. Ah, this is such a strange case. What? Oh! I am clicking on stuff that is on the other side of the case. Okay. I got confused for a second there. Let's put that there. It's this way. Okay, that should be everything. Let's turn it on and see if everything is working. Also, I think this one is one where that I gotta run an antivirus. So let's install that. Here, virus scan. Yes, restart. Well, that restarts. Let's do a little bit of cleaning on this one. Let's just remove the dust from this one, and then we're gonna go back to that other PC there. Almost done. There we go. I think everything is clean. Alright, let's see you now. Virus scan. Start scanning. And you, let's see. Diagnose and fix. Let's plug in your cables and see what you are doing. Alright, power on. Let's see. Warning! Files found! 471 infected files. Let's clean them up, and that should be everything for this one. Right? Let's see. Immediate juice. Managed to break something. Da, da, da. Yes, that is all. Let's close up the... Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Oops. Let's close it up. And then deliver. Front panel. Top panel. Wait. I think this PCI lock belongs here. Yep. That's right. That. Oh, here's another thing that I don't like about this case here. That makes it cumbersome. For you to plug or unplug any cables to this PC, you have to remove the top. At least in real life. I think you don't have to do that in the game here. Yes, you don't. But in real life, you would have to remove the top. So you would need to remove both screws, then remove the top, then plug in the cables. Like so. Then put the top back in and then screw it back in. That's too much work. Alright, let's see. Error, no CPU found, so that's what you are doing. Okay, all good here. Let's put this in the delivery area. And tell your owner that you are done. 5 stars. My motherboard is good as new, and it boots up so much faster now. Yeah, the motherboard is good as new because it is new. Okay, so that is done. Let's see you. So you say that your CPU has not been found. What are your original parts though? Hold on, who are you? Briscoe Brian. Need some repairs, just crashes randomly, sometimes get blue screen. Right, this is the guy who's an Intel fanboy. I gotta replace the CPU. All right, I bought a new CPU just for this one. It's a Core i5-6600, I believe. Get that out of there. Where's the 6600? Actually, didn't buy. I already had one. Used one. I have two now. What? Oh no, this is a 6500. I'm looking for the 6600. And this is the one that I just took out of this computer. Okay. But this goes in. Install, and he better not complain that this CPU is used. There's no way he can know that. Why can't I close that? Hello, game? What? CPU, that belongs to here. Why can't I close this? The heck? Oh, there we go, now it works. Weird. CPU cooling. Why isn't there a sticker saying the name of the owner of this PC? Am I supposed to swap the CPU cooler as well and I missed that? Diagnose, crashes randomly, get a blue screen, Intel fanboy. No, it doesn't say anything about replacing the CPU fan. Odd. There we go, that should be all. Turn on. No RAM. Pardon me? Is the RAM also broken? Or defective? Did he say anything about the RAM? No, he did not. Is his RAM defective? It is. That's an 8 gigabytes, 2666 megahertz. I have this one and that one. Is it going to be fine if I install one of these, so I don't have to buy another one? I mean, he didn't say anything about... Oh yeah, I think... No, this is 4 gigabytes. He didn't say anything about only wanting brand new parts. What if I install both of them? Oh no, wait a second. These are different frequencies. They would work. They just not a good idea to mix up the frequency of RAM. Let's install this one. Oops. There we go. Ah, it does want me to use the same RAM. On the bright side, it's working now. Okay, then fine. I will order new parts for you. Let's see, what do I have to order? I have to order a T-Force Dark 8 gigabytes 2666. Okay, fine. You win. Let's see, shop. RAM. T. T. Ooh, wait, what is the brand? I forgot. It's T something. Corsair Dominator, G Skill, Team Group. It's a 8 gigabytes, 2666 megahertz. It's this one. Well, almost this one. This was a 4 gigabytes. It's this one. And add to cart. Alright, next day delivery, $30. So that should be everything for this computer. What is the shipping for today delivery? Same day delivery. Oof, $100. Let's go with this here. Right, let's see. We don't have any incoming systems. I've cleared out everything here except for that one, which is gonna have to wait until tomorrow for a new part. Let's check the emails for new jobs. Hello, I need some repairs. Can you help me? I have no idea what's wrong. I spilled milk on the PC. Oh no, you didn't do that. And I'm trying not to cry about it. Oh, I see what they did there. Nice. Would you get that done by the 28th? So, about 12 days from now. It seems a bit dust inside. Have you heard of Team Group? They're meant to be pretty good. Calling Denton, calling supplies. Okay, so he has a budget of $100. And he spilled milk on the PC. What am I gonna have to buy? I'm gonna have to swap parts on this thing. Definitely. What am I gonna have to buy to get this thing fixed? Right, let's use logic here. So he spilled milk on the PC, so most likely suspects to be defective. Motherboard, RAM, and or graphics card and or power supply. With a budget of $100 being informed here, I think it's most likely that the defective part might be the RAM, but I don't know. You know what? Since he's asking this for to be ready within 12 days, I think it's gonna be best if I simply have this computer delivered to me, then I check what's wrong with it, find what exactly are the parts that I'm gonna have to order, and then I order them instead of ordering them now to try and fix this computer when it arrives. Because then I should actually be able to save on shipping by using this option here, 3 to 5 working days of delivery time. Oh, but then that computer would be sitting here in the shop waiting for several days until the parts arrive, and I will not be able to do anything with it until then. That's gonna annoy the heck out of me. Besides, this is not free shipping, is it? No, it's just cheaper. Yeah, no, let's use the next day delivery, but only order the parts after I have this computer in hand. So let's accept this. Lethal Marsh at ckellitires.mil. Dear Sir and Madam, can you make some repairs for me? The computer starts booting and then shuts back down again right away. That sounds like the power supply. So can you do that before the 28th in 12 days? It looks a bit bland in there. Some braided white cables might make it look nicer. I think I clicked something bad. Alright, so it sounds like we're gonna have to replace the power supply on this PC. We're gonna have to install some braided white cables and run the antivirus. Do I have braided white cables, or am I gonna have to order some? Loose plastic, sleeved plastic, ribbon plastic. I'm gonna have to order some braided ones. Don't have those yet, so let's see here. Cables. Ribbon, braided, plain black. Oof, $200. X. Let's just order the white ones for now. Excuse me. Oh, actually, his power supply is fine. It's the CPU and RAM that went kaput. Oh. The problem description he gave, however, does not really match that of a problem. Well, a problem with the RAM usually will make the computer reboot or just crash very badly, but not actually shut down. A defective CPU, however, if it is overheating, it will cause a shutdown, at least on modern systems. But otherwise, it would usually just lock up everything, you know, crash very hard, or freeze, be super slow, blue screen, that sort of stuff. Not actually shut down unless it is overheating, but then again, it would not be a problem with the CPU itself, but rather its cooling more likely. Unless maybe the CPU has been overclocked wrong. I don't know. Let's see here. CPU and RAM. What does he have here that I'm gonna have to order? Drink some water while I check this. RAM. Actually, I think I have both of these parts in my inventory already. Ryzen 7 8-core 1700. Let's see. And no, I don't have the Ryzen 7, but I think I do have the RAM. G-Skill Flare X 8GB 2400 and 8GB 3200. What is his? Rip Jaws. That's not the ones I have, is it? Rip Jaws, Rip Jaws, Rip Jaws, Rip Jaws. Rip Jaws 4 black 8GB 3200. Rip Jaws 4 black 8GB 2800. I have this RAM, but the one I have has a different frequency. Alright, I'm gonna order this one then. 2800 megahertz, not gigabytes. Let's see here. Jeez. Okay, you're not gonna search for that term, fine. Rip Jaws. Here, this one. Add one to the cart, please. Thank you. Now, hopefully this should be everything. Supposedly, I'm not gonna have to replace the power supply. Well, we'll see. If I do have to replace the power supply, I do have enough time to buy, to order a new one. I have to deliver this PC only 12 days. So let's accept this one. L. Jerome at jeromeaudio.biz. Hey, I broke my PC the other day. Can you have a look at it for me? I have no idea what's wrong. I keep getting errors when I try to turn the PC on. I worry about used parts. Silverstone components are meant to be the bomb. Right, so he wants brand new parts and diagnose. And I have no idea what might be wrong with this thing. So I don't think I can really order new parts for this one now. No idea what's wrong, keeps getting errors when tries to boot up. Could be the RAM, perhaps, although he mentions Silverstone. So likely, I'm gonna have to replace his power supply. That's the only Silverstone thing he has here. Right? Right. Very well then, let's order a new power supply for this guy. We're gonna look for a Silverstone ET 550B. Power supplies. Silverstone. This one here. 550B. It's the B, right? It is the B. Alright, add this to the cart. There we go, and accept. G Jerome. Wait. L Jerome, G Jerome. Okay, that's not the same guy. Hey, can you build a PC for me? In terms of performance, I wanted to benchmark around 3,972. No, I am not. I'm not gonna take this job. No, it's a benchmark job. I hate benchmark jobs. In real life, you don't get people walking into your store and saying, "Hey, can you get my PC to this specific score, please, or above?" No, you don't get that in real life. Maybe one or two other people in real life might actually do this, but honestly, that's an extreme exception. And I never heard about anyone ever actually doing that. I never got this kind of client in real life when I was working at a computer repair shop. Never. And all of the colleagues that I have that work with computer maintenance, or even IT in general, no one ever mentioned about any client, any customer coming in and saying, "Hey, get my PC to this score on 3D Mark." No, never. That's not realistic. So screw you, buddy. Find someone else for this. Talk to my Uncle Tim. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do a wonderful job on your PC. This is spam. Oh, wait a second. Reservoir prices are going up. Oh, come on. It's not even 2020 yet. Alright, fine. Discard that thing. New parts available. Nice. New parts available. Nice. Discard. New parts. Nice. More new parts. Okay, nice. So that should be everything. Let's check out. Dippity boopty. Close everything. Shut down. Let's hit shut down. That is going to be waiting for parts, and let's end this day now. Let's check the calendar first. Alright, okay. Good night, store. I mean, shop. Whatever. Hold on a second, what is this here? Oh, just a reminder. Okay. End day. I'll end this day here, and I will also end the stream because I have been streaming for about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours and a half, and it is getting late over here. So, my friends, the usual end of stream reminders. I stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. I play American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I play a different game every Friday, also at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I do art live on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a Discord server available. It's called Dragon Realms. For the moment, it is limited to members of the art group Dragon Realms only on DeviantArt, and subscribers to my Twitch channel here on Twitch. So if you are one of those, there is a link below the stream that you can click on and join the server from there. If for some reason the link might be broken, I've been told before that sometimes it doesn't work, and then you can message me on DeviantArt or on Twitter, and I will send you a link directly. My name on DeviantArt is down here on the screen. That's Mike-Dragon, and on Twitter it is at _Mike Dragon. I will be opening the server to the general public in the near future, but for now, only members of the art group and subscribers can join. Other than that, I think that's it for today. So my friends, thank you all so much for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed and had fun. It's always fun to have your company here. And I wish you all an amazing and awesome weekend. An awesome and fun weekend, of course. And may it be a better one than the last one we had. And I think there was something else I wanted to tell you, but I cannot remember what it was. It's probably not important. In any case, have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome evening or night, whatever. Point is, sleep well. And until we meet again on the next stream, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. And as always, dream of dragons. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. See ya. Have a good one.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings aren't exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up. Don't bet on taking trips because I'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. Citrus can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let them on my opinion of such enough. Bet on sinking chips because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking chips because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the bet on sinking chips because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let them on my opinion. Stipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just glow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got to be